Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is a masterpiece, and it is still being talked about even 8 years later. So that is going almost 10 years. Can you believe that, man? I was 11 when that junk came out. Oh my god. Wait, I did the math wrong. But besides that, there's a reason why it's still being talked about to this day. It has very good storytelling, it has good music, and overall just a great character, Springtrap, which is obviously my personal favorite animatronic throughout the whole entire series. So we are going to be talking about the minigames first, since it takes up almost half of the gameplay. My name is Sidekicks, and let's get started. So the minigames in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is the peak of gameplay. That is, if you're playing the old ending. They had these very nostalgic feel to it, almost like a very dark and gritty arcade look with certain elements in the gameplay that make you feel like you've seen this before. Maybe somewhere when you were a child, or in an old dream or nightmare mixed in with both happiness and at the same time fear and anger. And in each minigame, instead of showing, instead of telling, makes it more memorable. As you go throughout the game, you play different minigames, being Mangle's Quest, Balloon Boys, Air Adventure, Chica's Party, and Stage 1 with the objective to get a birthday cake. Once you have the birthday cake, you go to certain parts of the stage to be met with the souls of the missing children. When you give them the cake, the music stops, the kid stops crying, and they look up with the level being complete. When these silences are done right, for example, like in movie scenes or TV shows or any type of play, they can allow the audience to take in what just happened, especially with something that is very vital to the story. And this is exactly why I love this small moment right here, because you're here to obviously comfort the character, making him or her feel like they matter. Even till this day, I still watch Corey Kenshin and Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's 3. This is why I go back to these type of moments, and why I go back to the video game in the first place is because I can, relate to these moments. There are also more interesting moments that happen in the mini games as well. For example, in Mangle's Quest, you go and collect all your body parts without being touched by one of the kids. You glitch through the board, and then you descend all the way to the bottom to see a tall puppet-like figure by itself in a distorted world full of grief and anger and all kinds of mixed emotions. The same thing happens in Balloon Boy's Air Adventure, but this time there are 3 crying silhouettes of Balloon Boy under a tree. In Stage 1, which is my personal favorite minigame in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, you are met with 2 golden animatronics, being Golden Freddy or Fredbear. I really don't know which one he was. Please let me know. And Golden Bonnie performing in front of children with pixelated clouds on the ceiling. The music is soft and it's dreamlike. As you try to achieve your objective, you hear these gritty sounds when you try to move and glitch out of the board. On the next night, you're on the same level, but this time you play as RWQ, and the music has changed. This time, it's more somber and more dark in a way. But you glitch and distort your way in all the mini games that you've previously played, as if you're going down a trip down memory lane, before you go off to the last mini game called The Happiest Day. The Happiest Day, you play as the lost soul of the puppet, making her way to the table to give the birthday cake to one of the lost children. The kid puts on his mask to go and celebrate and then they pass on. Not before they trap this bastard in the back room and then he's screwed over. The sounds and music in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 are very vital, and they have so much intention behind it. A good example would be in one of the nights, sometimes you can be in danger. A certain type of sound would be playing when the character is in danger. I can just find myself literally holding my breath. On the first night, you get to play as a pixelated Freddy as you are walking in the abandoned restaurant. You are in the company of a shadow Freddy that says, "Follow me." The spirits of the animatronics obviously doesn't have any idea that it's William Afton. Then he lures you in the back, which you obviously are not allowed access. And you are ambushed and being killed with this loud and distorted noise. Almost as if a phone call hasn't gone through. As well as the other games in the series, the characters reflect the setting that they're in, forgotten, abandoned, and fading away. The washed out faded green is the main color of the game. Green is also a color being often associated with nostalgia and nature. Springtrap has a design that stands out from almost all the animatronics. Off the back, he looks worn down and decaying. He has rips and rotting flesh underneath that makes us want to see more than just the surface. His eyes, the way he's staring with purpose, the fact that he's not going to let some malfunction of a spring lock suit take him out. The Phantom animatronics, on the other hand, also have a great design. Their eyes being almost empty with piercing white pupils. They almost look like they're made out of wood, but in actuality, they're burnt, foreshadowing the fate of the location. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 definitely is a black sheep when it comes to fear, but I revisit it the most out of all of them, except for FNAF 2. I revisit both of those. But it just has this finesse about it, and certain images and certain things that I've heard from the game just kind of sticks with me in a way. But if you reach the end of the video, I appreciate it because I've been stuttering this whole entire time and it has been very difficult making this video, so thank you. But if you guys are new, make sure you like, comment which one is your favorite FNAF game and which one do you think is a masterpiece as well. So yeah, let's have a discussion. All my socials will be in the description as well. Do music, do skits. I'm starting to do skits now on my YouTube to pretty much just put out some new content. I'm really trying to not be a FNAF account though, so this was out the pure love for the video game series. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.